Super fast tortoise in the show, drinking coffee, wishing you all well, because life is swell. Super fast tortoise. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and trends have been the senses. Let's get up, it's senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow.
Hey, everybody! What's going on in the whoa?
Makes me laugh every time.
That's right. Good morning, everybody. We got a full house today. We got an awesome topic today. We got things to go about, so I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by, checking it out. I know the title of the video. That was very hard for me to come up with, right? Like, there's so many bad ways to make that title, and I had to find the best way for me.
And also we got a new guest on the show.
That's right. That's right. And I was just about to get there. We got the one great man. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the morning podcast with Super Fast Tortoise.
Super Fast Tortoise, the hillbilly, the lone wolf, and sometimes the mad Saxon, the crazy guy, the evil guy. Like, I don't know who's more evil, lone wolf with the land destruction or Tybalt with the concoctions.
Well, that's easy. Land destruction. Everybody hates that, right?
Everybody.
Tortoise, you're the one that has a Juckle Hops.
That's right.
And not to mention all the dang on board wipes.
Hey.
Now, board wipes are okay. Jockle hops? I don't know about no jockle hops.
And running that 10 to 15 board wipes in your deck, I don't know. I think so.
Board wipe tribal. It's legit.
Like, don't press my buttons, because one day I'll run Child Laura deck and just make everything board wipes in one win condition.
I wouldn't put nothing.
What is that win condition? Flipping the table flip?
No, it would be a Blightsteel Colossus.
Ah, yes.
Nice. I really don't know. I have no clue, because I have to fit draw in there. Oh, somehow, like, I gotta have removal. If I'm running tons of board wipe, all my removal I have to be removing enchantments, artifacts, pillow fort stuff, because you know how that works.
Just run all the gods. They're all indestructible, and they all let you do stuff, including draw cards.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Like all the Theros gods. Whoa. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty solid idea. I like this dude. All right. He's already thinking. He's like, board wipe tribal. That's if you're the biggest threat when you board wipes. That's right. Don't tempt me. I'll make board wipe tribal and win with only enchantment triggers. Hey, you can't be a clone of me. TCG dude, what's up? Mrs. Hillbilly, what's up? Woo, but man, today is a good morning, and last night was a good night. We started a D&D campaign, which triggered today's topic. We went to a friend's house. I built a character, which I'm a halfling thief in this one. In this particular campaign. And I'm trying to get used to it, because it's like I never played a thief in D&D before, and I never played a halfling before. So I'm doing something new that's out of my realms. I have to learn new traits, new habitual behaviors for my character, and it's really got my brain thinking. And it's when thinking about stuff like that, it's really triggered me into magic. Thinking, well, what are kind of ways, like if I were to build this deck, I have a magic thing. Like this character, this thief halfling, what would it be like in magic? And I'm like, that's a good idea. How do other hobbies affect us? And that's how I came up with the topic. I'm like, different hobbies give us inspiration.
For sure.
Did you say thief?
Yeah.
Oh, my new deck I'm working on is a thief.
Yeah, true. Yeah, just like how you did with my heart.
Oh,
But anyways, my friends, how are you guys doing today? How are you doing today? At the ball, how's your morning going?
Good. I got on the phone this morning, first thing, with TCG Player. They have a program to help people, a GAP program, growth acceleration program. So it's nice having the ear of somebody right there at TCG Player to talk to. So I was fired up. But then as I was working away, your message popped up and I couldn't click on it fast enough, but it didn't matter. I was going to join you guys anyhow.
Oh,
Well, it's really cool because working with TCG Player is not only a good thing nowadays, like for business, but now it's officially sponsored by Wizards. Basically, it's officially Wizards' consent of selling cards.
Yeah.
Saying if you're going to sell cards, sell it on TCG Player. And you know, TCG Player, if you want to reach out and sponsor this channel, I'll get rid of that Card Kingdom link for you. All right. But anyways, Hillbilly, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a great stream this morning and plan on doing another one today. Having a pretty good day today.
I'm going to throw Hillbilly on the spot here, give him a little special attention. But Hillbilly, why don't you kind of show off what you've been working on?
Okay, I have been working on something new for the future. Right now, I have a Tibalt's button pin.
Very sharp. I like it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
And I'm working on these, and I will be selling these when I get some more supplies in. Because right now I'm working on supplies, which ain't too bad on getting the supplies, but I will be getting some supplies. Then I will be selling some of these.
Well,
Got a machine that I use to make them, and we'll be selling these. And actually, kind of stole the machine from my wife because it was her early Christmas.
Hey, well, when you get some of your own logos on there, you can sell them. I mean, if you're going to sell the Balt stuff, you might want a little commission there, a little something.
I'm waiting to put an order in. I'm gonna be ordering some of those myself. So I'll have some more giveaways soon.
You'll at least need one for your lab coat.
I definitely need one for my own jacket for sure.
That's right. That's pretty.
I only have one size. I mean, that's the only size that I make.
That's cool. They're about 2 inches by 2 inches. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's cool. And I can't wait to get some stuff going through you. Because Hillbilly's talking about he wants to do a lot for the community and he wants to help go on things. Like, I don't care if Hillbilly sells my stuff. I don't need the money from him. He's giving me enough money through those channel memberships and stuff. But anyways.
Well, I'm also going to use some of them for giveaways too.
Lone Wolf, how are you doing?
Well, I'm hanging in there.
Sir Ryan says, is having hobbies good for you? Yes, it is. That's right. And let's get to know the one Rayman a little bit more. How are you doing this morning? What's got you going? What intrigued you to be on the show?
well, thank you very much. I'm on the morning coffee show, but I have an admission to make. I don't actually drink coffee.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I don't drink much caffeine, actually.
That's good.
When I need it, I drink it. Other than that, I don't drink so much caffeine. But I saw your your topic on different hobbies. I have way too many, as my wallet will attest to. I've been a fan of the show since it showed up randomly in my feed last week. Loved you guys, and when I saw a call out, I was like, hey, this old radio professional would love to jump on and just hang out with you guys. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah, and you're always welcome when you're available to jump on. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what Michael does over here.
For sure, absolutely.
I'm a big fan of the deck building guy. Me and him, we're gonna have to chit chat off stream sometime because I like his deck building theories. I'm a fan.
Nice.
All right. Sir Ryan says, I, Bladesmith, collect magic, play skateboard, woodworking, home brewing, and distillation. Nice. You can have too many hobbies, though. I have too many. That's right.
Word.
So that's awesome that you're here. Love to see more of you. You seem like a really good guy. So let's get this going. But now we have to get to a segment of the day where we talk about the
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
You came in like a wrecking ball. That's right. I picked this card because Lone Wolf and I can like this card together.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I used to play this card in Ravnica Standard. When this came out in Descension back in the day, this card was awesome. It gave you the ability to destroy a target creature or land. And trust me, there are times I use that land thing on here. Like, in competitive Magic, someone be struggling for a red land, they'd get it, I'd destroy it.
Now we know who the real threat is here.
Well, I said competitive Magic, right? Competitive Magic, you're trying to get on top and be on top constantly. Yeah. In fact, during this time frame, I used to run a card called Ghost Quarters in Magic the Gathering, and that card would do the same thing. I'd actually use it on myself just to mana fix sometimes, or use it on my opponents to make them scruff. Get rid of their expensive dual land.
With power creep these days, I feel like a land destruction is an absolute necessity. Maybe not Armageddon, but you notice I said maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, land destruction is a necessity with the power creep of what land cards do these days. You've got to be, even with the older cards like Glacial Chasms and stuff like that, you've got to have some way of dealing with lands, and it's just another quiver in your another arrow in your quiver is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're playing green or white, there is no reason not to run Beast Within or Generous Gift to blow up a random Glacial Chasm that may show up in your pod.
Yeah.
Time.
I remember when I first realized Beast Within and Generous Gift could destroy land, I made sure everybody who watches the show knew about it, because I want them to know about it. Because ever since they created the Game Changer list, which is basically a billboard saying, hey, buy these cards for your decks, Glacial Chasms jumped up in popularity.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Wrecking Ball can help you with that. All right. But Wrecking Ball is just a classic. It has nostalgia bits to me because I used to run it in a black-red reanimating supercharged aggro deck back in the day, when probably slow in today's standards is standard. But with that, let's roll on to the picture of the day. The picture of the day is Batman and Leonardo taking a break to refresh and relax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like having fun with AI art and see what it will generate and let me do.
That was weird. My monitor just went black.
Oh,
Back though.
Too much awesome on screen at once.
Right. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a legitimate Ninja Turtles versus Batman movie out there. I own a copy of it. It is pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, so this crossover of AI monstrosity is not too far away from fiction, or for reality, I should say. Yeah. So maybe one day we'll get a movie based on it, like a legitimate real life action movie. That'd be cool. But yeah, sometimes we just need to have a coffee, relax, or your favorite libation. You could be drinking Kool-Aid, you could be drinking tea, you could be drinking a soda pop, you can be drinking whatever it is. As long as you're just chilling and have a good time in the morning, waking up to the Super Fast Tortoise show with all the friends, you are always welcome. All right. But with that, my friends, we got to get to the question of the day. The question of the day is by none other than Tybalt. Yeah. And it's a really good one. Let's see what he has to ask.
A weird random question for you, and you, and you, and you. Would you rather change a person's mind or change a person's mood? How's that for being weird and esoteric?
Oh man.
Oh no. Hold on a second. Uh,
The philosophy major in me is absolutely adoring this question.
I can't wait to hear, because after giving that question, it sparked a debate between my wife and I. We'll get into that later, but I'd love to hear some other people's thoughts on that. Like, where do you take that question?
So I'll start off with this. I think the question is kind of twofold. You're asking if you like to change someone's mind or change someone's mood, which if you change someone's mood, will inherently change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd try to, like, and I personally do this in my real life, is I always try to temper and change someone else's mood to be more relaxed and casual from whatever they're going through. I'm always that person who's trying to make someone laugh when they're in a stressful situation, or try to get someone to relax or change their mindset to realize how less dire a situation really is, and let them know how control they are of their own situation.
Interesting.
Good
What about
answer.
you, Hillbilly? What would you do?
Well, I'm kind of on the same thing as Tortoise, because you do change somebody's mood, they will end up changing their mind. That's for sure. But also, with let's say a friend is in a bad mood, I like to change their mood. Now, when it comes to magic, I like to make them change their mind before they do something like cast a board wipe or wipe me out to turn 5.
It all goes full circle back to that, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Lone Wolf?
That's a tough one for me, because I would probably have to say mood, and I'll target myself specifically. But there's been times that changing a person's mind could be helpful too.
Mm-hmm. Or to add on to Lone Wolf, sometimes you have to do something evil and dire in a game, and you just don't know how to feel about it. Sometimes it's okay to change your mood and how you feel about doing something evil and dire in a game of Magic, just so you get to experience what it is like destroying someone's entire land base to ball. He literally changed my mind on that game. He's like, do it. So you got the story.
Exactly. We got the story. We're still talking about it all this time later. So it's absolutely worth it. Right.
Or sometimes, like Lone Wolf puts a bull ripe on a stick, and that's fine. You got to be okay with it. Like, well, hey, it's just the game, But sometimes you got to feel all right about it, because sometimes, I understand how it is to feel guilty in a game of Magic, but it's not every day you're going to get that combo. You got 99 cards. One combo one time is not going to break the system. It's just a good luck charm. Sometimes you just got to be like, damn, that was a powerful game, and I enjoyed it. And that's how it is.
What's up, Eddie? Edible ball bearings. What's up? I don't know why I said Eddie.
Edible ball bearings. What's up?
Ray-Ban, what's your thought on that? I can't wait to hear.
Okay, so Professor Tudico from East Tennessee State University would be very upset if I didn't get a clarification on this. Is the question, am I trying to change someone's mind and mood, or can I change someone's mind or mood?
The way the question is, you can either change somebody's mind, or you have that power, you have that super ability. You can change people's minds, or you can change people's mood.
That is how I took the question, but I needed some clarification. So, personally, I'm going to go against what everybody else has said so far, and I'm going to take mind, because oftentimes people's bad moods, including my own, far more often than not, is because I've got my mind set on something that isn't correct. It isn't there. So if I could just change someone's mind on something, I could get their mood changed as well.
See, like we chose mood because changing mood could be changing mind. He said to change his mind because changing mind can change your mood. It is what is that? What is that Borealis thing? Whatever that strip like
the snake eating its own tail there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in the saying that happiness is directly inversely proportional, which is very hard to say this early, to expectation.
Right. And it makes sense. And that is a good answer.
Yep.
Yeah. We appreciate that. Yes. Great answer. Wow.
So here's where this went. My wife and I started discussing this after we left the house because we left after I recorded that question. She heard it and we talked about it. So she wanted plenty of clarification and stuff like that. And as well, it's kind of that's not the point. The point is, where do you take the question? It's kind of open-ended, what you do with it. But this was my thought on it. My thought is, if you're changing somebody's mind, does it stay changed? So yes, you either change somebody's mind or you change somebody's mood. If you change somebody's mind, then that has more lasting ramifications because they're going to think something differently from that point on, I think. The changing people's mood, if it's mood, that implies to me that it's malleable and it changes from time to time or whatever. Mm-hmm. I initially thought, well, changing people's thoughts, I'd love to help people think something differently. But then I thought later on, like, there's nothing that I hold that firmly that I would say, I want everybody to believe this thing. I wouldn't want that responsibility. And in my own life, my attitudes aren't fixed. I can be talked into or convinced of anything, or at least I should be able to examine anything. I don't want to hold any belief so strongly that it can't be changed, because then I feel that's wrong. I feel like you get into an area where, like, you should be able to examine your own opinions and change your mind. You should be able to. Mm-hmm. So I went the more selfish route to be able to change people's mood, because in the end, it kind of serves me. I want to make people happy. I want people to think better of me. I want to help them enjoy their day or do something or whatever. And then that in turn is going to help me because they'll think of me as a nice person. So I don't know. I'm going to say that changing moods selfishly, only because moods can change, go back and forth. And as opposed to changing their mind, like I said, I don't hold any belief so strongly that I would say, I want this person to believe that, and that's it. Unless they're destroying my lands.
Well, here's an interjection to what you're saying. The reason why I would change someone's mood over changing their mind is because if you're trying to change your mind, you're trying to change a choice. But when you change a mood, you're giving someone the option to learn by changing their choice.
Very good. Yes, I think people are more receptive. If you can change their mood, they're more likely to listen to you, and then you can maybe change their mind. But if it's one or the other, I'm here to enlighten everybody's mood. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's right. Let's enlighten everybody's mood. And now, my friends, it is that time of day where I put on the serious hat for cereal. My cereal hat. Put on the serious hat. Is having different hobbies good for you? Right? I think that question kind of self-implicates the fact that we're going to talk down on hobbies. But I don't think we are. Because I think having different hobbies is a good thing. In fact, I got a little monologue, because monologues are good. Because Tortoise sometimes likes to hear his own voice. I'm kidding. Anyways, let's delve into the world of different hobbies in your life. Playing video games, reading, arts, and crafts. There are a lot of hobbies for you to delve into, from reading, model constructing, to board games with friends and family. You'd be collecting baseball cards or DVDs of your favorite TV shows. But the question is it better to have more hobbies than just one? Is it good to expand your brain? Which is a self-defeating question, because it's like, obviously, expand your brain. Is it good to have the more experience in different things? Is it good to grow your interest into different realms and not hyper-focus on one thing? Unless, in quotes, you are going pro on one thing. Let's get into this discussion. All right. All right.
Love it.
There you go. Yeah. So, like we were talking about earlier, playing D&D. Golden Toad, what's up? He says, of course, it's good to have more than one hobby. It's not even up for debate. That's right. And the symbol is called Ouroboros. Nice. All right. So yeah. So getting different hobbies, I always learn different things about me, and I always get to different things when I stretch into a different hobby or do something different. Like, I won't lie, I'm not much of a reader. I have a hard time reading. It stresses my brain out a lot to read like real books. Like, I have to read them in little bites. Kind of like eating an elephant. You got to eat in little bites. But when it comes to consuming like music, I can listen to music for hours. When it comes to drawing, I can get sucked into a drawing for hours. When I get into model making, which is one of the most relaxing things I've ever done, is when putting together like a 4K army model and getting to paint it. It lets you think. But one thing I noticed about having different hobbies is it gives you time to think different of the things you already love. Yeah, you guys are debating the Mobius strip. You guys are funny. So, anyways, let me open this up because I could definitely go on talking about different things, but I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions. Starting with, let's start with Tabal.
Okay, so I think one of the best examples, and I've maybe used this before, but we'll go through it one more time. Magic is something else I do, not just the game. I do sleight of hand and so on. So that's another interest of mine. My favorite example of somebody else talking about that, though, was somebody going to the magician or the mentalist, Max Maven, and asking him how they could get better at magic.
Yeah.
And his answer was read. And when the person asked them, read what? He just said, read. It doesn't matter. Because you broaden your mind, you broaden your experience through reading. I think the same thing applies with hobbies. Whatever hobby you're taking or you're into, in my case, like I feel I can bring it back to magic, the game itself. But I definitely feel that the more hobbies you have, the more reading you do, the more you expand your knowledge base in different things, even if it's building 40K models, though, like, I don't have the patience and that just winds me up. I love playing with them. I don't have the patience to sit down, but it's a good form of meditation, or it can be, to get your mind on something else and whatever that hobby might be. And you might find that you can expand your knowledge base to better be able to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's really good. A really good thought process on it too. I really like it. But we were interrupted with the Mississippi. What's up? What you got to say?
Craft part. I like doing crafts.
Mm-hmm.
I like expanding my mind on crafts.
That's cool.
Good hobby.
It is a good hobby. It's very creative too, especially when you're like working with a design or a project that you never worked on before. So you have to learn that new trick or that new little hook with the wire. You know, sometimes it's pretty cool what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. And this time I'm going to jump to the one Rayman to see what he's got to add to this. All right.
Okay.
Well, what's this? T2 Dude. Solid advice. I heard recently that something like 30% of Americans post high school have read books since. I've read a book.
I'm going to suggest books on tape then, or not. I'm that old. I just dated myself. Audio books is what I should have said, or books on CD. Anyhow, however you can get them, because reading can sometimes be challenging. I can do it or whatever. It just takes me a little bit longer. A lot of times I've found that I can incorporate listening to a book while doing something else, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find plenty of those.
All right. One Rayman, you are working. We heard you.
Okay.
Yep.
My microphone went crazy for some reason. All right. So let me answer the question. Is having different hobbies good for you? Yes, but not for your wallet. It is not good for your wallet.
Get the dang on truth.
But I think it is. I find I do a lot of things. I play Magic. I run the Magic at my LGS. I play 40K. I run 40K at 7 different LGSs in my area. I've played video games since I was 5 or 6 years old, so I still try and do that from time to time. But I find myself when I'm doing one of the things that's not the other, that something will come to mind. If I'm playing a video game, maybe some crazy idea for Magic will just pop in my head, and I'm going, I don't know where this came from, but we'll try that out later. So I absolutely think it's a great thing to have different interests that are, in a variety of things. But what's the Dos Equis guy? Play responsibly, my friends.
Play responsibly, right? Just like drink responsibly, my friends. What is it? That brings up the commercial. I don't always drink, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis.
Exactly.
Well, you brought up hobbies today. Well, me and my wife have just started a hobby, which is making these button pins.
Yeah, that's a start of something,
Absolutely.
And that's a new hobby for both of us, and it's something that we can do together. And I'm happy that me and her actually got something to do together as a hobby together. And I enjoy making the buttons. She enjoys it, and it's nice to have a hobby together. But I got other hobbies too, such as I ain't done in a while, such as putting artwork onto a piece of wood, then taking a soldering iron and burn that artwork out into that wood. It's been a long time since I've done that, but that used to be a hobby of mine. I might get back into that soon. And there's all kinds of stuff that people have for hobbies. Heck, there's a bunch of hobbies out there for people to do. But I enjoy burning wood. I enjoy playing Magic. I enjoy streaming, and hobbies can be out. A bunch of stuff out there, and I just enjoy doing all my hobbies. Some I've backed away from, but I'll probably end up going back to them soon.
Nice. Core MTG, what's up? And that's a good Robin Williams reference. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to yell that. The wife's in the other room. She's kind of relaxing. I don't want to scare her. Wood burning is a cool style of art. I had an interest in starting that before in the pandemic, but never followed through. Right? One thing I never followed through is I thought about getting into candle making. Ever since we went through the derecho, we were out of power, and I'm like, candles would have been more important if we had more of them. What if we got into candle making and never got into it? It's like,
yeah.
And people in my life love candles. Women love candles more than men. My wife loves candles.
Hey, Candles by Tortoise. I'm on board.
Well, like the thing is like there's a lot of feminine scented candles out there. There's some masculine scented candles, but not enough. And that was my whole stitch on the idea of making candles.
Mm-hmm. The scented candles is the way to go.
Right, but still, like honestly, the benefits of having different hobbies is really great. And that's like when I talk about different hobbies I'm in and relating to Magic, is because Magic's like my first gaming love, right? When it comes to anything, Magic's like my first. I love it. And it was funny because I didn't get into Magic till I was like my 20s, right? Like early 20s. And now I've been playing Magic for over 20 years. It's crazy. But one thing I didn't do a lot growing up was play other things in Magic. But ever since I met my wife, I've got into different things like board games, man. Board games. Who knew? I would want a board game of my own called Dinosaur Island, which is basically a Jurassic Park builder in a board game. Mm-hmm. So, like reading. Like if I read these books, not these particular books before, but read books before these. These ones are ones that's a first edition Jurassic Park book, and the other one, I don't know when that came out. But reading the book, and having experience with the book and the themes helped me build my Jurassic Park deck to be more Jurassic Park deck before Jurassic Park was in Commander or Magic the Gathering. Like Tybalt played against the deck. There's themes of, and we even did a deck where the themes we have themes of reanimation, cloning, and stuff, like different themes from the books in the elements. And the deck's pretty good, you know? And sometimes when we're inspired by a different hobby, like say, I wanted to build a deck builder book, I could probably make a deck builder deck in Magic. Or maybe I could do a deck building format. Like,
No party.
have you ever played the game Dominion?
No.
I've heard of it, but I've not played it.
Right.
What? You've heard of it, not played it? Oh my lord, my friends! Dominion is a grandfather of deck building games, and what it is, it's a drafting simulator. One of the best games. If you love drafting Magic, you'll love Dominion. And if you never played drafting Magic, you'll learn a lot by playing Dominion. You know, and but like in Magic, if I wanted to build a Dominion based set, like a Dominion based deck, or format like Momer Vig was, that could be inspiration. Is doing different things. But anyways. I'm taking a lot of airspace, and we got a lot of people here. I want to hear what you guys are thinking about, maybe what you guys are springing to think.
Well, I'm going to jump in here and say the other thing, and Hillbilly definitely touched on that, is having more hobbies, or depending on the hobbies that you have, they'll give you the opportunity to interact with other people, whether it be a spouse like my wife and I, once a year or a couple of times a year. Actually, it's each holiday. We try to do a craft together, just sitting down at the table. But having other hobbies and stuff may get you into the LGS to meet more people or talk to more people. And not only expand your knowledge base, but can expand your wheelhouse of friends too.
Exactly.
I'll pick up on what Tybalt was saying there. When I was starting my Discord to get 40K going in the local Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, I literally just walked up to people in LGSs and introduced myself. If they were looking at 40K stuff, I walked up and introduced myself. And I have met people, through Warhammer and Magic that I almost certainly never would have just randomly encountered in my day-to-day life. And I've made some truly amazing friends doing that. So branching out and having different hobbies, Tybalt's exactly right. You will meet people that you wouldn't have normally met. And, maybe some of those people you don't keep in touch with. But if you can add 3 people to your little inner circle, it's so worth it.
Oh, yeah. And like, I used to do that with Magic the Gathering, right? I don't do it as much as anymore because I don't know what introverted me so much. But like when you go to the Walmart and you go to the Magic section and people are looking at Magic cards, when I was younger, dude, that would spring off like 1 hour conversations with a stranger talking about your favorite stuff.
100%.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I can even use YouTube for this also, because the way I met Tybalt and Lone Wolf was through YouTube, watching other streamers, and me and Tybalt got talking, me and Lone Wolf got talking, so we became friends. Then I joined other streamers and channels, and then that's how I met Tortoise. And now all of us are just close knit friends, in which we've never met each other in person.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to know each other through the YouTube, and that's great.
Yeah. Really quick, Core used to play video games. Oh, he still plays video games, but he's been playing since the quarter op machine days when he go to the arcades, which I remember the arcades. I loved them. Mortal Kombat is a love language to me.
I can't tell you how much money I spent playing that game that you have over your shoulder.
So
Much money.
Well, come over. This game is free. Like no quarters to play this machine. You just press a button. And And arcades were fun, man. And I remember rolling the arcades. Original video game hobby was insane. But I used to be a good social gathering spot too.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's one that like that's another thing about hobbies. A lot of hobbies is there's a social aspect to every hobby out there. Even no matter how solitary it is, there's always a social aspect from showing it off, displaying it, taking it out, getting opinions, critiques, and sometimes just having a good old time playing board games. Board games is one of the biggest hobbies since the pandemic. It used to be a big hobby before, but it got huge during the pandemic. Oh, yeah. You know, and we love it. We love, like, my wife owns over 100 board games. All right.
I love that so much.
Like, cool. and we don't get to play them as much as we used to because work schedules in the house has changed. But once a week we try playing a game. In fact, we plan on playing this board game, this dinosaur builder board game, this next weekend coming up. Cool. Because we want to play board games. We want to have fun. We want to have the interaction, that socialism. She's my wife, right? Why can't I socialize with my wife on her day off? You know,
absolutely should.
You know, she's my best friend, so let's keep it going. You know, but like the one thing I want to hone in on here is the growth you get from trying different things. And the experiences that you get to bring into your different hobbies. Like Magic the Gathering could be your second hobby, and Warhammer could be your main, you know? You know, Warhammer, as expensive as it is to get into, you know, some people can proxy the things by 3D printing stuff. As long as you have an understanding community and people who want to use it, can help you bring in different elements of the game. That's right. Omega. So I used to play all kinds of games, but since I got addicted to online gaming to the determinant of my health, I focused only on one game at a time. Sometimes it's how you do it. Sometimes it's just us getting old. You know? Like I have friends who are trying to get me into Steam gaming. You know, I'm playing games off Steam. You know, because like I play games off the PlayStation 4, I play games off the Nintendo Switch. But like I got a fancy gaming computer now that I use for graphic design stuff, which is like not even half the power. They're like, you should get into Steam gaming because there's a lot of games. But I got this nagging thing in the back of my head that's like, own the physical disc. Own the physical disc.
For your sake, I hope that that's something you can continue to do, because physical media, man, it is getting harder and harder to get. Oh yeah, and like one physical disc I'd love to get a copy of, or not a disc, but a physical copy just in general, is I want to try the new Metroid game. That one that just came out. SFT, you got a new PC. It makes sense to trying Steam. That's right. I have a friend who wants to give me a controller.
You know, one thing that Steam has, it has Magic the Gathering Arena on it.
I can have Magic the Gathering Arena on my computer without Steam.
True. Very true.
I still don't play it. I mean, I got one deck on Arena.
They'll give you some free ones.
I played Arena more on my phone than I do on my laptop, on my computer.
I'm willing to take the hit to my Magic the Gathering cred. I do not have an Arena account.
You're probably better off for it. I support you wholeheartedly.
like I get it. Like I am definitely about the physical cards. That's why we stream Magic on Thursdays and Fridays, possibly Wednesdays now. Depending on how I feel. Because like I want all that stuff.
I can't flick digital cards.
No, you can't. Like there was a time in my life where I was legitimately homeless, and the thing that kept me afloat was the economy of Magic the Gathering cards.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't huge. You know, I got to couch surf, but I got to eat and pay my phone and stuff by trading the cards for Magic the Gathering. Plus, I had some friends who were supportive in the game who gave me some good deals and trades. Nice. You know, I don't have an Arena account either, bud, says Omega. No doubt.
Yeah. Now, I know Arena is digital and everything, but with the exception of Marvel, I mean, you still get to play the digital copies of the cards, which is good. figure them out digitally. Then you
Yep.
can go get the paper cards, which is great.
Oh no one's dogging on people.
Oh,
for
no.
playing Arena.
Right.
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 But,
I'm just saying that's a good way. That's what I like Arena for, is because of me.
Personally, my reason for not having Arena is I'm just too old to play Standard anymore. I enjoy
No
casual
risk.
Commander, just having fun with it. And if I played Arena, I know that little thing in my brain would go, hey, you can be good at this again. Like, you have lost games to Kai Buddha before. You can get in position to do that again. And I'm like, no.
I get you. Standard's power level of decks rotates so much from one thing to another that having to upgrade your decks or change decks gets either too expensive or time consuming.
Yep.
And look, as someone who's old as me, and I'm probably not the oldest one here, right?
Probably not.
But paying bills, hospital bills, keeping food on the table and stuff like that. That's like, especially keeping food on the table. The finances are just not there to be a hardcore gamer anymore in our age. Like, that's why we get to play cards. That's why when I got fan mail and mail from people, I mean, even Tabal sent me a couple cards a while back ago just for the fun of it, for the good luck, he said.
As long as you don't use them against me, that's the only stipulation. Same thing with Hillbilly. Don't use those cards against me.
TG Dude says, I'm the resident EDH naysayer. 60 card over Commander. Laugh out loud. But you're also younger than us, too.
Yep.
I was like that up until three years ago. Right about this time is when I started playing Commander. Before then, I was not interested in it. I remember when Sheldon and those guys made EDH just so judges had something to play during tournaments. So I remember those times. I never got into it, and then a girl I was dating was like, "Hey, I want to play Commander," and I'm like, okay. That was the good thing I got out of that relationship, is my love for Commander.
Right. But look, there's so much that we get to have with the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason, like, I know this isn't the first time we treaded over having different hobbies as a topic. It ain't.
Right.
But every time we cover a topic, I always try to bring a new twist, or a new thought process, because that's how we are. Because, like, one time I brought up the topics because there are people who got too hardcore into Magic the Gathering and the news and the depression of that time that they forgot that Magic wasn't the only thing out there. They're like, Magic's the only thing. It matters. The product matters. But in the long run, what really matters is everything else outside of Magic. And Magic's just that pastime that we love, that we grow with. Like, our friendships that we got from Magic are more important than Magic itself.
100%. Without a doubt.
Yep.
And that's what we love. And of course, lately I've been spending more time video gaming, been getting more enjoyment from it than all hobbies. And that's how it is sometimes. Look, I'm bipolar. My interests change from day to day, right? Sometimes I want a video game. Sometimes I can't get my mind wrapped around it. Sometimes it's all about Commander, so I throw a Commander game. Sometimes I just want to draw, or sometimes I want to do something else. I can't be a one-note song, but there are times I go through the opposite thing, where there are times I just want to play my Jurassic Park deck 5 days in a row, or my Dragon deck 5 days in a row. So I get that.
I've got maybe what is I'm sure is going to be a hot take in the Magic community. I actually don't know where you guys stand on this. One of the reasons I really like Universes Beyond is because it brings in things to Magic that weren't there. I am so excited and so hopeful that when the Marvel set comes out, that I can play a good Doctor Doom card.
Right.
I have 1,300 Doctor Doom comics that just have him on the cover. That's all I collect. I don't collect Funko Pops except for Doctor Doom and Vegeta, but that's another story. So I'm so hopeful that Doctor Doom can have a good card, and then people may go, well, this is a really cool Magic card.
Right.
What's this guy's story? And hopefully they just look into the comics a little bit, because Doom is such a great character. So I am personally a big proponent of Universes Beyond. Now, is Hasbro overdoing it like they overdo everything? Absolutely. But I love the idea of Universes Beyond. I know there's people here who are very excited for Ninja Turtles, which is going to be before Marvel. But I just think it's so cool to see these things like 40K and other, Avatar. There are people playing Magic in my LGS who have never played Magic before, but they grew up with Avatar. And when we did the Avatar pre-release, people showed up. I got to teach people how to play Magic because they were an Avatar fan. That was, their hobby when they were a kid was watching Avatar.
Right.
And I got to teach them how to play Magic using Avatar cards.
Mhm.
And I think that is so cool.
Well, look at this. I can't complain at all about Universes Beyond. Look at my shelf. We've got a Jurassic Park set. Ta-da, Jurassic Park. We've got a Transformer set. Ta-da, Transformers. We're getting a turtle set. Ta-da, Ninja Turtles. They've hit
Absolutely
all my core things, right? Plus, I think it brings in new people.
It
and
does.
Also, not only does it bring in new people, it brings in interest from outside investors into the game who keep the game alive. Yeah. It is not a bad thing. The prices, on the other hand, might be a bad thing, but the experiences you get and the love you get in the community is growing. We've had a friend named Salmonella come into the show who came in and played Commander because he got into Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
So that was awesome. So
I actually have my dad's Christmas present sitting on my desk, and it is the Ralph Bakshi Gandalf art from Lord of the Rings, because he is a huge Ralph Bakshi fan. He's a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So I actually have it sitting on my desk. I'm so excited to give it to him this year.
Very cool.
That's awesome. And
he doesn't play Magic. He's never played a game of Magic. He took me to the first comic book store. It was called the Wizard's Keep. It was on Ball State University's campus in Muncie, Indiana, when I was 12 years old. And I picked up some Magic cards, but he's never played. But he loves Lord of the Rings. He loves Ralph Bakshi. So that's his Christmas present.
Nice. And watch, today's the first day he watched this episode. No.
I will not be telling him about this episode until
after Christmas.
One thing I have against Universes Beyond, I do like the Universes Beyond, so I'm not totally against those. But this has to do with the digital format and the paper format. I know, of course, knows where I'm going. But it's like, for example, this past Universes Beyond set, which was Spider-Man, Marvel, was not made in digital form, and I do the early access for Wizards on Arena. And when they spoiled the Spider-Man cards, and they did not have the right to do the digital cards, so they could not do the digital card. So we got through the Omen Path cards, which are the same as the Spider-Man cards, but instead of them spoiling through the Omen Path cards, they just spoiled the Spider-Man cards, and then one day they dropped all the copies of Spider-Man all in one day through the Omen Path. So that made the early access a lot harder to do because you had to figure out what is what. And when they're dropping this other Marvel set, it's going to be the same thing. And I'm just hoping they don't do that again. If they don't do that again, and then that'll make it a lot better. Then that'll make me happier for the Marvel set. But as far as Marvel sets, I'm not happy with the Marvel sets just because of the way they did the Spider-Man. All these other Universes Beyond, hey, give them to me. I'll play them.
Basically, if he can't play in an arena, he's not going to like it as much. That's all that was. That's all that was.
No, it's not necessarily that. It's the idea of being able to try to brew with the cards, and they drop all the cards on you in one day. You don't have, and you have to figure out what is what. That's the biggest part of it. Is trying to figure out what's what.
Which still falls in to that if you can't play in an arena. They need to spoil different. They need to spoil it different for sure. But
Yes.
one thing I want to comment is Hillbilly in the background asked me about movers and shakers. You see that little ticker on the top right thing there that says live and it has an hour a minute there? That's on the screen right there. If that thing goes over 45 minutes, we are not doing the movers and shakers. In fact, we are actually a little overtime, and we need to get to the shill section. So we're about to do that right now.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Yeah, this is very cold.
Woo, everybody, we are in the shill section, the thrill section.
Yeah.
What's the noise? Someone printing into Bulb's world?
Maybe a magic card sold. Sorry about that.
Wait, you sold magic cards? How dare you? No,
Sorry. Well, you said shill. I thought I'd make it a 3D, 4D experience. You know.
All right, we're gonna start the shill section with the Lone Wolf like we normally do. What's up?
Hey everybody, thanks for having me on. Don't forget to welcome. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Welcome the new person to our awesome community. Hope you enjoy it here.
Thank you very much.
And then let's get Tybalt and Hillbilly and Tortoise up to 1,500 subscribers. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. All right. With that, we're gonna roll over to the ball, Matt Saxon. Well, you're muted.
All right, I can turn my mic back on now that the printing is stopped. Instead of shelling, I'm just going to say that another hobby of mine was podcasting. For 10 years, my wife and I did that. But it led to friendships all over the world. We met somebody in New York who had friends in Argentina that were putting together a movie. You can now see it on Netflix or whatever and stuff. So you never know where your hobbies can go. So whatever effort you're putting into there, whatever enjoyment you're getting out, you never know how it can compound exponentially.
Right. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out darkvirtual.site for all your good stuff.
Sure, go there to find everything Tybalt's Apprentice.
One day I'll be sponsored by you.
I'll send you some more cards. Don't worry about it.
Anyways, let's roll over to the One Ray Man. What you got to say?
I want to thank you guys again for having me. This was so much fun. It's actually really cool to be podcasting again after almost a decade. So again, thank you guys for having me. As far as shilling goes, I keep a pretty low digital footprint, but I will say that if you happen to be in Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee, or Southeastern Kentucky, and you're ever looking for something cool to do, come check out Mr. B's Game Lounge. We're in a little town called Pennington Gap, Virginia, but that's my LGS. That's where I play, but we also serve food and do karaoke and just have all kinds of nerdy fun.
Nice.
So if you're ever in the area, please come by and check us out.
Nice. That's cool. And you're always welcome to come back if you want to be more regular if you want.
I will absolutely try.
All right, bud. Now let's get to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. First thing I want to say to the One Ray Man, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I hope you come back. But anyway, I'll be streaming this afternoon around 2 o'clock. I'm going to do some, just made a new deck for this afternoon on Arena there, and I'll be doing some more Magic the Gathering Arena this afternoon at 2 o'clock. And also got something old coming back to the channel, maybe. It's in discussion with the viewers, and the discussion is, should I bring back viewer battles? If I do, it'll be on Wednesdays.
Viewer battles. Let's check it out.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody, this is Super Fast Tortoise, and today's episode was definitely intriguing. We had an exciting question today. We had a full roster of content going by with people having great and amazing ideas. I want to thank you guys for being here today. I want to thank you guys for being on the show. You guys make it what it is. Thank you, Michael Hillbilly, the Rayman, and Lone Wolf for being here. I miss Hillbilly too. And everybody in chat, you rock, you roll from Court, Omega, TCG Dude. Yes, everybody who hit up the chat that I might not have mentioned. You rock, you roll. I want to thank you, channel members, for growing the channel the way you do. I want to thank you, channel subscribers, for growing the channel the way you do, hitting that like button and sharing the videos and stuff. Everything you do helps out 100%. And I want to remind you that you all are awesome and amazing. You all are loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need today. And with that, let's get to the outro stuff. I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.